Go back about 9 months and you'll find that I posted a video about creating an array of delta tables in Fabric, and had a very extensive script, almost 20 lines of code necessary to identify that list of delta tables and to be able to print it to console. What if I told you that I could do the exact same thing with 3 lines of code, including importing libraries? I'll answer that question today on this chapter of DataBard. DataBard, 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 hoi, hoi, hoi. Before we get into today's topic, a little bit of a promotion. If you like this topic and want to know more about this, check me out at the Microsoft Fabric Community Conference happening in Las Vegas in less than 3 weeks, where I'm going to give a session on an introduction to PySpark within Fabric. It's going to be a great talk about this and other tips and tricks to help you get started writing PySpark quickly and using the best features that Fabric has to offer in supporting your code. If you haven't registered yet, use my discount code KEEN200 to get a discount on your registration. And I'll tell you, I had the opportunity to go last year, and it was so much fun because it's a community event, which means we want to make it about the community. So let's connect. Look for the hat. You'll see me walking around. I'd love to connect with you, share my stories with you, have you share your stories with me. Let's learn how to make this product better and engage as a community to make the community better. I hope to see you there. Let's connect and let's have a good time. With that, we'll get into today's video. So here I am in Microsoft Fabric, where I'm working with that same PySpark notebook that I showed 9 months ago. And to review that again, look at all the things that I did in that video in order to get connected into a list of delta tables. I had to import a Java virtual machine library to identify the file system behind the scenes, which is Hadoop based, to get its configuration, and then I could finally get to the point of identifying a list of strings that were just ultimate absolute paths to get to the values itself. Alright, well and good, helps me at least itemize that list, but we can do this better. I told you 3 lines of code. Let me show that to you right now. 3 lines of code is all it takes. Importing the most important library. If you're using PySpark, use this library, Notebookutils. It used to be called MSSparkutils. It got rebranded a couple of months ago. But this is a great use case where it simplifies your code by making use of what Fabric has in place. Fabric knows its file structure. Fabric knows how to easily access things. And so all we have to do now is use a single call, Notebookutils, fs for file system, list, to create a list of the tables that are within the particular directory that I provided. And just like that, I can display that. And the best thing about this is it's not just a string path to the files or to the delta tables themselves. It's a list of delta table objects, which means I get more information about them. I get information about the size of the tables. I get information where I can easily identify the object's path versus the object's name, depending on my use case. This library alone significantly simplifies my code. And this is just for something as simple as listing things. Other things that Notebookutils can do. Copy files. So if I want to copy delta tables from one place to another, I can do that with an easy function call. If I want to do a move instead of a copy, I can do that too, and the list goes above and beyond. I'm going to include a link in this video to the documentation for Notebookutils. If you're using PySpark notebooks, take a look at the documentation, use Notebookutils. It will simplify your workflows significantly. Look at that, the code's so much cleaner, right? So much easier to work with, and for a solution like Microsoft Fabric, that's what we should be looking for. We should be looking for notebook experiences to be nice and easy to work with, simplifying some of those things to get us quickly from finding my data to actually working with my data, transforming it into insights. And honestly, I wish I had understood this a couple months ago, because then I would have had to make 2 videos instead of 1. That closes up today's chapter. Thank you for watching, and hit that like and subscribe button if you liked what you saw. And if you have any other questions about the data industry or working with Microsoft Fabric, let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to answer that in future videos. For now, I'm Data Bard, and I'll see you in the next chapter.